Everyone, Norman Kinsey here with Real Estate vs. Technology as your host. We have our co-host, Mr. Dan Gandy. Welcome and happy Tuesday, Dan.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And we have the one and the only. Welcome to Real Estate vs. Technology. Well, you'll get the inside scoop from top producing real estate professionals all around the country, best practices, techniques, and learn about what technology they're using to drive to ensure their success in this world we call real estate. Only Supreme Agent over here. What's up, brother?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Happy Tuesday. And how are you doing over there with the lockdown? Looks pretty nice over there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the Bay Area. I'll tell you that much.
I
So I'm
love
just
it.
going outside and here with you guys talking about all things real estate, technology. Super happy to be here.
I love it, man. Love it. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. So this show's all about you. We want to deep dive into your business and hear your story and understand how you're using technology to level up your business, how to grow, how to scale, how to automate by using that. We do have your website behind us, so definitely if anyone wants to check that out. But let's get started into like what area do you serve, how long you've been in the business, and what made you get into the business. Give us some context about your story.
So I am from the Bay Area. I specialize in the East Bay, though, and I've been in the business for about a year now. And I come from a real estate family. My dad is a developer. He's built homes. He actually never got his real estate license until like last month. So we're becoming a team. But I come from a family of investors, I could say. So I've been around real estate my entire life. They had no real estate agents, though, and I come from a big family. So I was like, there's a big need here, and I got my real estate license. I've always wanted to be a real estate agent, though. I mean, in high school, I was like, I wanted to become a professional baseball player to make a bunch of money, buy real estate, and become a real estate agent. So that was my goal, but eventually I just cut out the baseball and went straight into real estate. So, I am super excited to, I'm freshly new into the business a year, but I built my entire business on social media. I don't do any cold calling, no door knocking. I like networking events because I like meeting people, but the traditional route of real estate, I don't do any of that. I built my business entirely on Instagram, Facebook, social medias, and I have a marketing background. So my marketing background helped me. I helped my father's business. He owns a remodeling showroom in Walnut Creek, and he works with a lot of investors and a lot of luxury homes in the Bay Area. For their entire remodel. So with that being said, I've just been around real estate my entire life, and I've helped my dad build his company through marketing perspectives, like his videos, his ad campaigns, things like that. So I helped him grow his audience on social media, and then I came to real estate, and I saw a big need. I was like, whoa, I remember when I first got into the business, an agent told me it's going to take you 5 years to build your business. It's going to take you 5 years. And I was like, man, I don't got 5 years. I got to feed for my family right now. Mm-hmm. I got to, build a business for myself. And it was discouraging for sure hearing that, but I knew I wanted to go a different route than the traditional route. So I said to myself, I'm going to build everything through social media and I'm going to see what happens, and what I did was I first got into the business and I was like, man, I don't know real estate, like the terms, like I've been around it, but there's a different language to real estate. And then on social media, I knew how to build a business from it. So I was like, how can I incorporate both of these together? So what I did was I searched on Google. I did a bunch of research on what my niche was. And my niche was first-time home buyers. And I knew I wanted to work with first-time home buyers because I'm only 24 years old. Like, I'm young in the business, but my niche was all my friends that are graduating college, getting married, having kids. And I seen that and I was like, man, and I believe the statistics for millennial buyers, first-time home buyers are millennials at 45% of the marketplace or something like that. Very high number,
Yeah.
something like that. So I was like, well, I'm going to start working with first-time home buyers and I'm going to focus solely on them and answer all the questions that they may have. So what I did was answer all the questions that they may have, did my research, and then started learning real estate by doing videos. So what I did was went on Google and then got the information from blogs, and then I created videos on Instagram and Facebook, relaying those blogs into videos now, and started building my pipeline. And it's built my business entirely, and I've seen a huge return from only a year in the business. So it's crazy.
That's a that's an awesome story and a great way to intro the show. And I know, Dan, you have some questions, and thank you for sharing that, man. That's huge.
Yeah, no, it's we have a similar alignment in terms of positioning. Like what me and Norman do at our business is we create that niching down, right, to be able to market and have the best cost per lead and a more targeted message. So I think my question to start off with is, being a year into the business, like what type of transaction volume are you doing? How many buyers are you working with? Why don't you give us some context on the meat and potatoes?
Yeah. So when I first got into the business, I knew it's going to take a while to get business, right? It takes, I believe, working with a buyer takes like, a 6 months possibly funnel them, and it's a numbers game. So on social media, I just started posting content all the time, great content. And I'm not even in my first year, honestly. I would say my first year in full in real estate will be in September.
Mm-hmm.
And I've closed 12 transactions.
Wow.
So I would say 8 months in the business, full time, 12 transactions. Now the balls continue to rolling. I have 7 pre-approvals right now. 2 of them we're putting offers in right now, so I can see a consistent number of maybe 2 or 3 deals a month for me. When I get into that full year to next year, I can easily say I can do 2 or 3 transactions a month. So all from social media. It's a crazy number. So it took me around 3 months to get my first buyer. And then and probably after my first buyer, I got my first sale, like listing. So it just started rolling like that, all from social media. So I would say my numbers are between 2 deals a month so far,
Cool.
just Instagram and Facebook. Now I'm doing a 2.0 version of my marketing plan, and that is adding YouTube and my website and creating blogs. So what I'm trying to do here with my next level of marketing is looking up keywords on keywords everywhere, and I'm looking up SEO volume for questions that my potential audience may have. So what I'm doing is I'm looking up what they're looking up and want that information. I'm creating a blog for it. Then I'm going to create a YouTube channel that gives them that information. So I'm going to incorporate the blog and the video embedded into the blog. And there's going to be keywords in there, which what's going to happen is going to bring organic reach into my blogs, and it's called inbound marketing. So what I'm going to have them do is they're going to funnel themselves into my blogs, and I'm going to start developing that brand for them, that sense of like, oh, I trust him, and I want to work with him because he answered my questions. So basically what I've been doing on Instagram and Facebook, I'm adding YouTube now. Then I'm going to add my website and blogs and Google campaigns. And it's going to work like a machine. And
This is basically what we do.
Dude,
yeah,
you're preaching to the choir, dude. If it's listeners and viewers, listen up.
Listen to what he's saying, because
Listen up.
we've been building YouTube channels and trying to create the content, or not us create the content, but coaching our agents to create the content for inbound, for SEO, for keyword search. It works. And if you're a local authority and you know the information that buyers and sellers need, who do they go to? They go to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Supreme Agent.
Yeah.
the plan.
No.
Why I picked the Supreme Agent, the name, is because I work with a lot of millennials, and Supreme, the brand, is kind of like a millennial thing. So I was like, man, I'll be called the Supreme Agent. I mean, I'm not building my business on the Supreme Agent. It's just something that people call me, like a nickname, and something they can recognize and really fast. So, yeah, I figured out my niche. I put out valuable content and then started getting so many leads. With that being said, there's two different types of leads that I've been realizing. There's internet leads, and then there is branded leads. That's what I call them. And internet leads are the Zillow leads, the Realtor.com leads, the Yelp leads, the third-party companies that you're basically paying for those leads, and they just come to you. And those are cold leads. You're going to still have to call them, cold call them, and do all the necessary things to develop those leads. I get those all day. I probably get like 200 internet leads a month easily for super cheap on Facebook and Instagram. But the branded leads is what is valuable. The people that reach out to you because they love the content that you put out there. So the typical message that I get on Instagram or Facebook is, hey, I've been following you for a long time. Love the videos that you're putting out. You help me understand the home buying process, and I just feel like I want to work with you. And they're just bought in the entire time. Those clients, the turnaround rate is probably less than a month, because they jump through so many hoops to work with you because they trust you, and they will do anything basically what you say. You'll be like, oh, I don't like this property for you because X, Y, and Z. This home is perfect for you because I see the potential of the neighborhood and things like that. And they're just like, oh my gosh, like, you're the expert. I love the home. I love the area. I see where it can go. For sure. Let's put an offer in. They're just super fast turnaround branded leads. And those are the people that messaged you. So there's two different types of leads. And what you're going to go after is those branded leads. Internet leads are going to flow through. And then eventually you're going to have so much internet leads that you're going to want to create a team for yourself and let them work those internet leads. You're just creating branded leads for yourself. You're working with the clients that you really want to. So
I think that's been a big transition with different demographics or ages of years in the experience. So you have a very experienced agent that's been using internet leads, right, forever.
Right.
And then you have the other demographic of the more younger, social savvy, branded lead directed agent. Mm-hmm. And what we're seeing right now, there's a shift where the experienced agent is starting to realize that they don't want to go through all these steps. If they could create this branded lead, and that learning curve is what we've been really trying to preach here, is that's what you have to understand. It's going to take effort. It's going to take time, and it's going to take thinking and strategizing. And if you're not going to do those things, branded leads are not going to come.
Nope.
It takes 6 months. Take your time, you guys. It's out there. It's not overnight.
I mean, you basically answered all of Dan's questions without Dan even asking one question. So that's the biggest difference, is what we see is someone like yourself that's coming in, that's being a thought leader, that's being forward thinking, that's doing something to give yourself that credibility and building that like, know, and trust factor. And a branded lead is just like, trust, and know already done from your past efforts, and you didn't have to do anything besides do what you already did. Yeah. So for our listeners and viewers, like straight up. So now you're 1 year in, right? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see your company?
Okay, so next 5 years, Well, I plan to be the number one. I want to create a team, and I want to be the number one real estate team in the Bay Area, if not the California.
Wow.
I have a lot of help, you can say, with my father's company as well, like him coming into it. And then there's a company that I work very close with called Visionators, and they do all my marketing. I mean, my videos, my content creating, graphics, all this different stuff. And they helped me a lot, you know, creating my voice, my brand. And the CEO of Visionators, he's a close friend of mine. And basically, what I want to do is create my own team, right? And with my own team, with the top agents on my team, the people that are selling a lot of homes, I want to provide free marketing for them. Everything that I've done for myself to create a brand for myself, I wanted to pay for the top agents in my team for Visionators to create videos for them and create marketing campaigns and things like that. So my idea is to create number one team in real estate, have the top agents on my team to recruit their own team members. So they have within this identity of a team to have another few teams under it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So creating this big brand for myself in real estate and wherever, you know, Visionators goes, but it takes a lot of work, you know,
Yep.
with this marketing. It takes um, it takes 3 days of my time to create my own video. So what I'm going to say is, it takes 3 days I'm going to tell you guys the funnel of how it works. So basically, you have to think of the idea, and then you have to research the idea. Then you go on Google and you're researching, and then you finally find the topic that you want to talk about that people are searching online. So what you're going to do is, for example, how to buy a home in 10 steps. And I'm going to tell you how to buy a home in 10 steps. So with that being said, you're going to have to research, and then you're going to have to create the script. That takes around 4 to 5 hours for me. Okay. Once I got the script, then I have to do the video. And then when I do the video, I mess up like thousands of times. I'm like, I look bad. My hair's all messed up. Oh my gosh, like the lighting's terrible. So I'm taking like 20, 30 takes. And then finally I got something that I want to edit. Then the editing process is another 5 hours, you know? And then once you get that editing process for 5 hours, then you're going to have to post that video. And then you have to optimize that post to get organic reach. Then once you post that video, you're like, okay, I can breathe now. You already spent maybe a day and a half doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you got 10 views, and you're like, a day and a half of my work all down the drain for 10 views. Don't give up. You have to pay to play the game. You have to put money behind those videos. So you have to learn the ad campaigns behind it. So when you learn the ad campaigns, that's another beast of the puzzle. Now it might take another 8 hours of your day to do one video. That's why they hire you guys to do stuff like that, because, you know, it takes 3 days. That's my funnel for one video. If you do it on your own, don't give up. There's ways to make it faster. But if you want to get the most out of social media and you want to put great content out there, it's going to take, you know, a few days of your time. And that's why I like to leverage. When you get to that spot where business is coming in, let the professionals be the professionals and handle that for yourself. And then let you, the real estate agent, do what you do best. And that's selling homes, helping people buy homes, educating people, and then having your marketing experts to do all the work for you that would take 3 days of your time. What you're buying is convenience and quality service, and for them to do the groundwork for you. And I'm not getting anything out of this. Like, I'm just telling you guys, it's helped my business. And I'm here to tell you, find someone around the world that will help you with your marketing. And there's a lot of marketing companies out there. You got to find people that you trust, and it's going to help you build that brand for yourself. It's a 6 months play, so plan 6 months. And if you're starting in the business, you have so much time. You have so much time. And if you want to build your social media platform, take the 3 days, and then you're just going to start getting better and better and better. And then eventually you're going to be like, okay, I'm closing deals. I'm going to free up my time and leverage this and give this to someone that I trust. And to help me, what would take 3 days of my time takes none of my time. I just show up on video day and they post everything for me, and I just start seeing the leads come in.
Awesome.
So leverage is key.
I love it. I love it, man. That's awesome. And yeah, for everyone that's listening and watching, it does get easier, right? As you start going and you get a system down, then you can start to be like, okay, I'm more uncomfortable in front of the camera. I know I have my intro, my outro. I could slap those in really quick and have those pre-edited to make it so it's even easier for yourself. But man, you're giving some really good gold nuggets here.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer to the end of the show. I know, Dan, you have another question for us.
Last question from me is, I love asking this one. If you were going to talk to an agent that is just about to get licensed, what would you tell them is your best tip for getting into the new business to be successful?
I'm very blunt. I said, don't do any cold calling, don't do any door knocking. Like, it works, but I highly recommend not doing it, because all the agents are doing that. I mean, you're doing a cold call and to a FISBO, and how many cold calls is that person getting of the same script from other agents? Like, he's not going to want to talk to you. Like, it's 1 in a million. You probably get lucky and get someone be like, oh, I didn't hear from anyone. So yeah, sure. Like, I don't know. The time there is crazy. So what I would tell an agent is that build your business on social media. First things first, pick a platform or Facebook. Pick a platform that you want to build your business on and grow it and be the best at it. I remember looking up some agents when I got into the business. I was like, man, a Kenny Fast, a Bill Davis, around the globe, or United States, Gabe Mendez. And I started following other agents that are building on social media, and I knew what they were doing and it was working for them. I started getting the content from them and remastering it and making it my own. So that might cut off some of the time of the research, because they already done the research for you, so you can post those videos. So what I would tell an agent, build on social media. What you can do is upload one video and hit 30,000 people. How long would it take to cold call and door knock 30,000 people in the local area that are looking to buy a home? It's the numbers make sense, and you're farming your area, and you're going to start building a brand, and people are going to start working with you. And don't be afraid to get in front of the camera. I highly recommend watching Gary Vee. I was one of them. I was like, man, I'm awkward in front of a camera. Like, I'm talking to a camera, like, that's so awkward. But I would highly recommend watching Gary Vee. Get over your fears of that. Like, honestly, the most organic videos are the best videos. And be yourself and create videos, create content. One tip that I would leave for you guys, for buyers, agents, is what worked for my business to grow my audience very organically in the local area, is to do welcome home videos. And what welcome home videos are is basically when you're showing the accomplishment of a buyer handing them the keys of their first home, or buying and selling a home, and how you did it. And what you're going to do is you're going to give them this really high quality video. Don't do it on your phone. Get a quality videographer to do this video for you, and give them a high quality video so they can share with their friends on social media. And what that's going to do is they're going to tag you in that video, and all their friends are going to start following you, and you're going to get organic local followers that want to work with you, and you're building a brand. You're building a testimonial video, and you're also building a accomplishment video for yourself. Mm-hmm. So that's what helped my business grow super fast, and get high quality leads, is by doing this for every single client that I have. And people reach out to me, is like, hey, I want to work with you, but can you create a video for me when we buy a home? Because I want to share that accomplishment with everyone. So, and it's associated with closings. So it's not like you're forking $500 up for no reason. You're closing a deal, and then that $500 you're reinvesting back in yourself to get more buyers. It's just like you would do with the listing. You leverage the listing to get more listings. Well, you got to leverage your buyers to get more buyers. So that's one pro tip I would give to you guys.
That's awesome. And before we end the show, I have a couple last questions to take it to that next step. Instead of calling those BizBos, what they could do is they could use slide dial or slide broadcast, and they could build their foundation and slide broadcast 100,000 people in their backyard in 2 seconds and say, hey, this is my name. This is who I am. I would love for you to check me out on social media and get your feedback, or see what I'm doing online. And then funnel them there, and then you don't have to do anything. You don't have to talk to them or nothing. It just leaves a voicemail, and it's easy said, done. So couple last questions. Books, any books that you recommend, anything that you would read to give out to some of the listeners? And
Conversion Code, read this book. It helped me. Chris Smith.
Okay.
I actually have his company do my website, Curator.
Okay.
Very great website, real estate website. It's a little expensive, but it's very user friendly, and it's helped my business grow very fast. But this Conversion Code helped my business a lot. It talks about Instagram, Facebook, the funnels that you'll create. How important is it to build a website, to build landing pages, how to do it, the layout of doing it. Highly recommend reading that book. Conversion Code. It's number one. I think I have another one. I forget what it is called. I read it a long time ago. Man, I think that's the number one book I would read for someone that's getting in real estate right away.
Okay.
And watching YouTube videos, man. Everything's out there. Watching YouTube videos. Some people I would follow is Bill Davis, East Bay Realtor. Would follow Gabe Mendez out of San Diego. I would follow the Cassidy team in San Diego. They've got some great agents in San Diego. The list goes on. Find people that you like, and just copy what they're doing and remaster it and make it your own. But the information's out there. You just got to go get it.
Love it. Don't
be lazy. Gotta go get it for yourself. There's 1,000 agents that want it. They want the business. They want to make money, but it's how bad do you want it? And that's what it comes down to. And eventually it's going to work for you. You're going to make a lot of money, and start leveraging your business, giving it to other professionals to do, because you're an entrepreneur at first. You don't want the business to work you. You want the business to work for itself, and you're just overseeing everything. That is an entrepreneur, and that's when you hire the best people in your business to grow it very fast and to make a lot of passive money when you're sleeping. So that's the best kind of revenue that you can make. And that's my goal. And for myself, and it's easily achievable for you. I'm only 24 years old, only been in the business for a year, making some really good money for myself right now, taking care of my family very fast, and it can happen for you. All on social media, and agents are now catching on because of COVID-19, and there's no way they can do the old ways of real estate, of door knocking and networking and all those such sources that they used to do. They're trying to figure out how to create their first video right now. They're trying to figure out social media, and this is our time as millennials, as new agents coming in. You can build your business really fast by doing this, and build the trend and build your business right now. So that's why I highly recommend.
That's huge. I love it. I can see speaking. I can see a speaker in your future as well over here. Motivational speaker. So we pretty much have one question, or not even a question. We just want to end the show with like the floor's open. So is there any projects, or how can they follow you? What do you want the listeners and viewers to take away?
So you can follow me on Instagram at supreme.agent, and Facebook, Silvano Barocio, Supreme Agent. Give me a follow. Reach out to me, message me. I love helping real estate agents. Like, that's my passion, is to help people, not only buyers and sellers, but help real estate agents grow their business as well. I think I found something that's very valuable, and I'm doing it for myself, and I don't want to keep it just for myself. Like I said, I'm going to be very transparent. I'm trying to create the #1 real estate team in the entire California. And how am I going to do it? Is providing value that help me grow my business and to help you grow your business in the future. So I'm here to help you guys build business without you even being on my team, without anything. I'm here to provide value to you guys. So it's a full circle that comes around, goes around, and reach out to me. I'm here to help and collab.
That's
Network.
cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, man, Supreme Agent, thank you so much for being a part of the show today. You know, we follow you on Instagram ourselves and see what you're doing out there. And, you know, that's the whole goal, right? To give back, to support, to help, to have someone that's either watching or viewing to take this content and use it, you know, at the end of the day. You know, you don't have to sign up for anything, you don't have to pay for anything. Just take this and don't be lazy, like you said, and go for it. And thanks, Dan, for being our co-host. And Mr. Supreme Agent over here just like got it down. He was answering all the questions for us. It's like
I was reading all your questions. I was like, okay, I could do this.
I love it. Way to be proactive. So you can already tell that you're very, very proactive. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you for our listeners and our viewers. We hope you took one thing from today's episode that you can apply to your business, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We hope you found value and took something you can apply to your business today. Be sure to join our community on Facebook, Real Estate vs. Technology, all spelled out. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would appreciate it. It's Real Estate Tech. And of course, if you or someone else you know would like to be a part of our show, just go ahead and send us an email. It's reversetechtalk@gmail.com, and we'll see you next week.